Hello again, I'm Jacob Matthew Crawford, and this is my grandfather, who I call Guy. And on my main YouTube channel, Jacob Matthew Crawford, I've done a bunch of movie reviews, mainly under the titles of JMC Reviews, and my grandfather has been a co-reviewer with me on quite a few reviews. So I thought I'd bring him here to my new channel to join me in a reaction video. Glad to be here.
Glad to be here, and I can't wait to get started.
The video we're going to be reacting to today is a review done by two of my favorite online reviewers, Brad Jones and Lewis Lovhaug, otherwise known as the Cinema Snob and Linkara. And this review is actually I believe, the very first crossover they ever did. And this is actually a very hard to find video, and it was thought to be lost for many years, but through a lot of hard digging, I finally found myself a copy. And what is the thing they review for this crossover from so long ago? The Manimal comic. They'll explain it in the video, but just so you know a little bit what's going on, Brad Jones is a huge fan of a 80s TV show that only lasted a season called Manimal, about a doctor who could change himself into an animal at will and use that to help police fight crime, that kind of shit. So, knowing that, he eagerly joins Linkara to review the comic, but finds it's not exactly what he was expecting. Without further ado, let's start.
Yes, let's start.
Excellent. I've just acquired this ultra-rare Manimal comic from some guy in the elevator. You'll have to take my word for it because we couldn't do any filming outside the hotel room. Anyway, it's entirely coincidental that I came across this Manimal comic. I mean, it's not like it's some flimsy pretense for a crossover or something. Brad, what are you doing here?
I like listening outside your door with my cup. It's how I get a shit ton of dirt on people.
That's really weird.
It is. And it pays off. In money and in Manimal comics.
You want my new Manimal comic?
Oh, want and need are two completely different things.
Why are you acting so intimidating?
Sorry, I just got done playing a crazy one-eyed psychopath in a miniseries. My tension is still a little high.
No problem.
Shall we talk about the Manimal comic?
Hell yeah, come on in. Here it is, my friend, in mint condition.
Oh, this is fucking beautiful and... Wait a minute. This isn't Manimal?
What do you mean this isn't Manimal?
I don't remember in Manimal Dr. Jonathan Chase starting out as Joe Piscopo and turning into Caesar Romero.
Wait. Did you think this was going to be about Manimal, the TV series? The show only lasted 8 episodes. Why would they make a comic about it?
He guest starred in Nightman.
Not even Nightman is proud to have starred in Nightman. What we have here is a comic book character
Never heard of
created
that.
only a few years before the Simon McCorkindale Manimal. There's nudity, Nazis, and hanging corpses.
This is darker than the TV series.
Most things are.
Is it okay if I pretend that this is just Bruno Mattei's take on Manimal?
If that makes you feel better, yes. We first meet Detective Lee Donahue answering a call to a crime scene, and what's going on in the background here? Did he hit you before or after he took your money?
Shit, I want to follow that story.
After finding out that the sound a police car makes is wee-oop-oop-ee-oop-oop, we arrive at the scene. A man torn apart by some kind of animal.
Rawr, Manimal.
What's that?
That's what they do in the show. When there's a break in the action, they cut to a title card and... Manimal.
But did your Manimal ever carve a guy up to bits like this?
Sure the guy had it coming.
The murder victim is scientist Dr. Hoffer, whose co-workers can be seen here saying, "Tough about Dr. Hoffer."
Turns out Dr. Hoffer was performing human experiments, which Officer Donahue was trying to get to the bottom of by questioning each of the scientists. Were your parents in a concentration camp?
Where did that come from?
I don't know. I asked my wife that on our first date. It's best to get the awkward questions out of the way first.
The man he's asking this to is Noel, who has an extreme animalistic reaction to the detective touching his parents' photo. Much like the same reaction he gave earlier when talking about how much he hated the doctor.
He's the Manimal.
Spoiler alert! But seriously, he's the Manimal.
We move on to the next page where there's guard towers, Nazis, oh my god, smokestacks? Who expects Nazi exploitation out of something called Manimal?
Well, maybe there's some funny dialogue or
Maybe a
something
few.
in there.
True. What's this? Jews, political dissidents, and other misfits being exterminated on schedule?
Oh my god!
Hey, this is your show. I'm sure you can think of a funny quip for that.
You're the one who reviews exploitation. What's your funny quip?
I'll get to Ilsa Shiwa for the SS soon enough, my friend. So Noel's parents were survivors of this concentration camp, the same camp Dr. Hofer performed experiments under the name Hofstadter.
Rabies were injected into Neil's mother's bloodstream, causing him to become a temperamental being that, let's just say, people wouldn't like him when he's angry.
Is that a Hulk reference?
Well, it's a little like the Hulk.
This comic's in black and white. It's nothing like the Hulk.
Dude, the detective tries arresting him, insults his parents, he gets enraged, turns into Manimal, and leaves.
You mean the fake Manimal?
He leaves Donahue's face scarred in the escape, and with Donahue now off the police force, since we can't have cops with scars, I guess, he goes on a hunt for...
Manimal.
I feel like a retro commercial break would fit really well here.
I agree.
Man, oh man, oh man. Tomorrow night, Professor Jonathan Chase will thrill America as Manimal, a different breed of crime fighter.
Commercials.
Sometimes a charmer. Real footage of Manimal premiering right after Mr. Smith tomorrow.
Fear starts raging amongst a group of former Nazis that the Manimal may be coming for them. The authorities believe some animal. Just say Manimal, you know you want to.
Don't be shy, Elsa. You're among friends. Oh, great. As if this comic needed Elsa, Fraulein SS. While Lee tries
Yeah.
tracking down Noel himself, the Nazis prepare to storm in and shoot the hell out of him.
That's either a cigarette or the biggest lips I've ever seen.
Noel settles
Or a
down
tongue.
quietly with his prostitute when, bam! Gunfire, anger, dead whore, and Jesus! Maybe the next page will be a little less dark. Oh my fucking god!
At this point, where do we want to stay? In the present with the innocent women getting gunned down? Or the past with the concentration camps?
Captured by Donahue, Noel is immediately put on trial for the murder of Dr. Hofer.
Do we even mention the naked child in this flashback footage?
I think we just did.
Manimal!
Manimal.
Noel is found guilty and sentenced to prison, but the Nazis still want him dead. It isn't over, Yosef. Not until that shooting animal is dead.
Wait a minute. Yosef? As in Yosef Mengele? As if this comic isn't dark enough already. We need the Auschwitz Angel of Death involved?
I think they're actually trying to propose a new spin-off comic with this. Junimal.
The prison Nazis attempt to cut Noel's heart out with a spoon, but... You know, given that Donahue knows Manimal's secret, it's a little weird that they put Noel the Manimal in the prison gen pop.
Oh, and so he can say the line, "You're locked in here with me."
Manimal breaks the prisoner's arm and manages to escape just in time to overhear some of the Nazi elders talk about how they want to try to kill him again.
Luckily, he's got a sniper rifle and, pops the guy in the head. Then surrenders into the night, a creature hell-bent on bringing Nazis to justice. He is Das Manimal.
Manimal.
Arr. So, what'd you think?
Well, Noel Black is neither young, wealthy, nor handsome, like Dr. Jonathan Chase. But I liked it.
Yeah. Wait, what? You did?
It was a simple story. It was sleazy, violent as shit, and was several pages of killing some fucking Nazis. What's there not to like about that? Are you saying that you're against the killing of Nazis in comic books?
I am not against the killing of Nazis in comic books. It's just that I'm pretending to have a different opinion than you because you wrote this review and I haven't had a chance to read the thing until now. So my initial reaction is that it was mostly exposition with very little use of the actual Manimal character.
It's the first issue. Expositions go with the territory.
Why are you acting like a comic expert all of a sudden? Isn't this like the second comic you've ever read?
Third, to be exact. Well, why don't you try writing a review for an exploitation film? See how you like it.
Why is it hard?
Actually, no, it's quite easy. The movies sort of write the material for you.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
Cool. I'll be back in a couple hours.
Deal.
All right, I'm gonna go get a pretzel.
Wait a second, did he just trick me into doing a review?
Sucker. Oh, the old days.
So tell me again, when was this made?
This was made about 2011, I believe.
Okay.
So, what did you think of the Manimal comic review by the Cinema Snob and Linkara?
I think they had a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah.
It was pretty well crafted, and they did some smart stuff with it.
I like it. I've actually seen this before, but he hadn't, so technically this is a reaction video. But I like this review. It's short, sweet, to the point, and just a lot of fun, and it's always cool to see Lewis and Brad, who are pretty opposite in the type of stuff they review, work together.
Yeah, it's a stretch for Lewis, probably to be what he needs to be with Brad, but he does it very well. The comic itself sounds like just a mash-up of things. It's Nazi exploitation, and then there's modern day, killing and all this other kind of stuff. And if it was supposed to be modern 2011, those Nazis wouldn't be alive. But
The comic I found was a little hard to follow, even with them, but it had all the good exploitation parts for Brad to talk about.
oh yeah, yeah.
He wanted the TV show, and he got something that's more up his usual alley.
I thought the editing was very good to put in the TV, the panther growling and the snarling and all that kind of stuff. Was excellent. Was excellent. So I think they had a lot of fun doing it. Again, we don't really understand that much about the comic. However, it just didn't seem to make it doesn't make any difference for this review. They had fun,
Yeah.
and I had fun watching them.
And that was a fun reference at the beginning to the hooker with a heart of gold.
Why not? Actually, it was a fun little bit they had with Brad coming in, being in, what would you say, in character for another role he was playing. That was
Steel.
Yeah.
And having found this almost forgotten review, I can see that that cliffhanger ending they had with To Be Continued was a setup for their next co-review together for the exploitation movie Bimbos BC, which was also filmed in a hotel room.
that almost seems appropriate for something called Bimbos BC.
Sorry about that. But yeah, they're both filmed in a hotel, and given the timing of when these reviews came out, I think it was like during the filming of Suburban Nights. And it's always cool when these guys can get together, and the hotel room reviews can be kind of fun. Hotels are a nice setting to work in.
Nice enough.
And it's a shame this review has been so hard to find. And if any of you want to see it reaction video free, click the link down below in the description, and hope you like this reaction video. And there are more videos on this channel. Not a lot, but it's slowly growing, and if you like them, subscribe here. And if you want to see more of me and a bit more Guy, go to my main YouTube channel and check that out, and if you like it, once again, subscribe. That's all I gotta say, and any last words?
We had fun.
Good. See you next time.